My goal is to help coaches and entrepreneurs turn their mind into money, teaching them how to take what they know, package it, market it, sell it, and automate it to make a massive income and massive impact, even if they don't have a lot of followers on social media.
I think every entrepreneur, for some reason, we've put the epitome of entrepreneurship as 6 figures in a year, 10K a month. And that's what I was, when I was joining network marketing businesses, they were like, oh, you want to get to that 10K a month. And then when you finally get there, it's like,
it don't feel like you thought it would feel.
Who made this the goal? Because 10K is not really 10K anyway. Let's be clear on that, okay? With the overhead and the paying out taxes, all that, it's not really
ads to get the customer,
all of that stuff. So I'm like, who made this the goal? However, there was still an insecurity that I can even hit that.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen money like that. I've never seen anybody take that much money and then go do something with it and produce. So when you haven't been in an environment that can see it, of course, when you go into entrepreneurship, there's a level of insecurity. And the insecurity could be from lack of experience. You may be secure in like how you look physically, and some entrepreneurs out there, like I feel like you look good, you're smart, but then the insecurity of I've never done this.
Yeah.
So there's a fear there. And then when you finally hit this goal, like when we hit our 10K months or whatever, and then you get there and you're like, man, who taught me to think this small? There's a 50K a month mountain over there. And then you're like, oh, there's 100K. And then you look and you're like, there's $1 million a month mountain? Wait a minute. You're making $1 million in a month? And then you look far, and you're like, no. You made $1 million in a day? In a day?
Twice.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm like,
right.
Who taught me who made this goal right here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get that we have to reach certain levels first, but I'm one to just show me the whole vision and then tell me, hit this first, go here, go here, go here.
Yeah.
Because I came into this with a level of like, I've never seen anything like this.
How did you get into it?
So it literally came from a place of I was working at this job. I quit school. So I was like, and both of these two people I went to college with, right? So I'm walking across stage, but I'm not really graduated. They had it in school. They had it where if you had 20 credits left, you can walk across the stage. 20 or less, you can walk across the stage, and then you just gotta, you just gotta finish the other. I didn't finish the other semester because a guy was like, listen to this. The guy, I was doing spoken word poetry, and I'm pitching my program. Like, I'm about to make money doing poetry. And I did, but I started pitching programs, and I went into this company, and I pitched it, and they were like, yep, we're going to take your program. We'll pay you $1,000 a month to do it. I'm like, shoot. Okay, cool. I do the program. They come back, and they're like, listen, here's what we want to do. We want you to open up a branch of our company in Ames, Iowa, where you are. And what we'll do is we'll pay you $50,000, $54,000 a year, and we'll give you a percentage once the company's up and going. I said, you bring on my wife and pay her the same thing, I'll do it. So we're making $108,000, and I'm thinking, balling.
Yeah. Yeah.
$108,000 a year, balling. I was enrolled in school for that semester, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm not finishing school. I'm making $100,000. That's the epitome. That's what everybody wants. And so you didn't need a degree to do the job. And then after a year, we bought a house. We're buying cars. We're getting crown molding on the walls, bro. I'm going in, okay? All the stuff I seen on TV. You know how they got the little squares on the wall? Yeah. And I'm like, I want all of that. All right. And this is expensive stuff. There's no furniture in the house, but I'm getting crown molded. You hear me? Okay? No furniture. We can't even sit in the living room. But so I did it, and we didn't even have time to get the house going because after a year, the state made a mandate. It was like, yo, you need a degree to do this job. And I'm thinking, oh man, they're going to fight for me.
We've got to pause right there because I'm in the giving mood. I decided to offer you a free gift, absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about turning your ideas into online income, but how am I going to tell you to do something and not provide the resource for it? There's so many questions that people have online about what should I post? How do I get my engagement up? How do I get people to click the link in my bio, buy from me? What should I sell? Whether it's an ebook, an online course, how much should I charge? How do I launch? How do I do a webinar? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you that you can utilize to learn how to literally take the services that you do or the ideas you have and build a successful online company. Go to www.monetizewithmarcus.com. My gift to you. You're welcome.
You know, later I find out that they were, but I'm like, they're going to fight for me. They're going to grandfather me. And I've been doing this already a year. And instantly, bro, after 3 months, they let me go. We go from $100,000 to now I'm on unemployment getting $250 a week.
Oh, geez.
So we have this house. We built a lifestyle around this. And for the first time, I was in a position where I did exactly what my father told me not to do. I put myself in a position where I had to rely on somebody else to provide for my family. And after, you know, we had a daughter. We're 5 months old. My daughter was 5 months old, my wife. And I remember we came home and the water was off. And my wife looks at me like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, we got to give up the house. So we went to, during this process, we had to go to food pantries. We're going to check in the cash places. You probably don't know about these places. You've been getting money out here for a while. So, but places where I got to borrow money to pay the bills. And finally, a friend, my friend Sahai, was like, look, we just bought our house. Y'all could have our basement, you know, while you get on your feet. So we ended up staying there for 4 months while we're trying to get there. I'm talking about embarrassed. Meaning, like, they would say, yo, come up, y'all can have dinner. Of course, my wife and wife would go up. I would stay downstairs. I would eat when everybody else went to bed. Like, I don't want you to see me, look at me, you know, and it was just so much shame. And finally, I Googled, all right, how do I make money online fast? That was my Google. And I found this guy, James Wedmore, and he's teaching about funnels, like, and this is like 2013, 14. So this is when funnels is really just coming out there, right? And so he's like, and this is on YouTube. He's like, oh, you want to take them here? You want to take them to, and back then they was calling them squeeze pages. Right? You take them to a squeeze page, you get the email, you send them this, you send them these videos and all that, and then you pitch them a price. And I'm like, this doesn't work as I bought the stuff. I'm like, this wouldn't work as I'm pulling out my card and buying the stuff that he said. So I'm doing it now. And that's when I literally started, I came out with digital products at that point. And I was like, I'm about to try it. I'm trying it. So I sold ebooks. I was selling ebooks and PDF downloads, all the stuff that they tell you to start doing.
When you first start.
Yeah, when you first start. I'm selling all these things, not making any money. And then it wasn't until I got with somebody else, Mike and Robin, where they was like, your gift is your voice. And they were like, no disrespect, you don't write the same way. Like, when I read this, but when I talk to you, I don't get that same feeling. I don't get the same experience. He was like, don't do anything else. You don't sell ebooks, PDFs, none of that stuff. Everything you do, you use your voice. And I was like, bet. So I created this 90-day power move. It was $97. And for the first time, I sold 30. I made $3,000. And I was like, you know, we made it. We made it, you know. And so from there, I was starting to understand my flow of how to get people to engage, I only did live video. I went live on Facebook, where I was going live 5 times a week. Every single day I went live. Every single day I put out pre-recorded video. I was like, he told me to use my voice. I'm using my voice. And then it just so happened that I met another young lady, Kimmer Luna, and she was teaching people how to put that voice into webinars. And I was like, she put in a group that we were in. She was like, hey, y'all, I just made $60,000 in a day. Wait a minute. I quit school for $54,000 a year.
Yeah.
You made $60,000 in a day? What are you doing? And she invited, like, I'm doing a live training. And as she's doing the live training, I'm like, what is this? I asked her, what is this that we're in? And she's like, this is called a webinar. And I said, I need to be doing webinars. Her program was $2,400. And then my wife will tell you this. We had just started getting on our feet. I don't have the $2,400. I remember being at the house and I'm on the couch and I tell my wife, I said, babe, I need to do this program. I need the liquid. And I said, she was like, how you going to get it? I believe in you. Do it. I said, I'm about to sell our furniture. She's LOL. Okay. Bruh. Couch, love seat, coffee table, kitchen chairs, gone. Sold all of that. Everything that we had started rebuilding again, I was like, these are things, this is assets that I need for my business in order for it to grow. We could sit on the floor. I don't necessarily need comfort right now.
Yeah.
I need to be comfortable knowing that I'm setting us up for a different lifestyle. I cut our cable off. I stopped this iPhone plan and all that. Like, bro, I got the liquid. I paid for the course. And that literally shifted my entire business. From then on, I'm now like, and I hope nobody hears this as disrespect, but I'm now head of the other entrepreneurs.
You should quit working for free. How did social media hire all of us to be their workforce? We're on the app posting videos, going live, creating reels. We do not get paid when we create content on social media. They do, by selling our content to advertisers. But how do you actually build an online business using social media? I want to break it down for you and give you access to it. There's 5 simple steps. I'll tell it to you in a few seconds. Step number 1 is client attraction. I'm going to show you how to actually attract clients that will happily pay you what you're offering. Step number 2, how to capture them. How do you get their emails? How do you get their phone numbers? How do you get them to show up to your event? Be on your Zoom calls. To what I refer to as client dating. It's where you nurture a relationship with people to get them to say yes to whatever you're offering. And I'm even going to show you what type of content to create that gives you brand visibility and brand recognition. I call it social media secrets. You get access wherever you're watching this video. You'll see it in the description and you'll see it beneath this. Let's get back to the episode.
Because they're not automating process. They're not building email lists. We're still talking to people now, like, do you have an email list?
Yeah.
And people are still like, well, email list, text us. Why would I need that? So being so far ahead, I'm like, now I need to learn how to sell. I joined ET's program. ET has a program called Extreme Execution. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm making some money. I got my community going. And I have we now have $2,000 in savings. ET's program comes up. And he was like, yo, I'm going to teach you if you're a coach or this. This is a brand new program that I'm doing. I'm going to teach you all how to sell. I'm going to teach you all how, the disc assessment, all of that stuff. I'm going to teach you all this. I'm like, how much is it going to be? $2,000. I said, oh my God. This is just, go back to my wife. Babe, I need to do this. I need this liquid. And of course, she's always been like, go. And I had built up a level of trust for her. She knew that whenever I said, I need to do this, she knew that I'm going to, if we make this investment, I'm going to get it back. Mm-hmm. Trust and believe. So there was a guy, Terry Frazier, that he connected me with E. And he was like, yeah, E said you could have his number and you could just text him only. I was like, all right, bet. I text E for like, I wasn't on some watch my videos or anything like that. I text him for like 6 weeks, no response. And then I was like, you know what? I'm about to start waking up at 3 a.m. and just to text E every single day. Finally, I get up at 3 a.m. because I'm like, if he's saying in his videos he gets up at 3 a.m., I'm up with you then. And I'm sure people aren't like, a lot of people aren't texting you then. And I got a video of him saying this. He said, my man started texting me at 3 a.m. And he said, when you start seeing this 515 number pop up every day, you decide like, well, who is this? And he finally answered. I was able to ask him about the program. We talked, we chopped it up. He was like, you definitely want to do it. And I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking maybe he was like, you know what? Just come on in. He's like, you definitely want to invest. And I said, all right, okay. So we did the $2,000. What was great about it is that when he first started, he was so hands-on with it. From there, I literally start hosting my own calls within the group, teaching them funnels and webinars and all of that stuff. And I did it for my friend Rosier, And then finally, ET's COO Lashana reaches out to me and was like, yo, E said he wants you to do a funnel for him for extreme execution. I said, we're on the phone, and I was like, yeah, I think we can do that. Let me check my schedule here. Looks like we're open. We can,
wide open.
Looks like we can make room for you. And I got a chance to, I had done it for other people and they had seen some wins, but for the first time, I got a chance to get my full. E was instrumental in just kind of blowing me up a little bit. I got a chance to get my full vision of how I wanted a launch to look, and he was just like, whatever you want us to do, that's what we're going to do. And we did it, and we made a lot of money together. And from there, more people came. Shands and Him 500 and the founders of Support Black College and Female Real Estate Group. Everybody was like, yo, this is the go-to. And when you do great work, then they talk about that work to other people. And that was the thing that really set it off. So that was the game changer for me.
Man, hearing your path and your story, it goes back to what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Fighting through the battle you have within yourself.
Yeah, bro.
Because that's what you're doing.
That's what I did.